Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Didn't sound too bad.
Alright, I'm gonna eat just for a little bit, and I'm gonna get into this. I think I did that a little too soon. Yeah, I did that way too soon. Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Fire Dragon 1 here, and we are playing Dragon Age Veilguard. Jesus Christ, it took forever to get this game to go.
I
Please
knew
work.
him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful.
This is the
loved to
cutscene
hear
they
himself
announced.
talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies.
The
or
Dreadwolf. This is where
heroic rebel
the
against
name
tyranny,
change came from.
depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality.
Hold on, I gotta do this.
To tear down that veil, undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him, and that's where you come in.
Who are you? Are we an elf? Oh, shit. Human. Canary. Elf? Or a dwarf? I don't think we got the choice of an elf last time. Did we? I can't remember if Dragon Age had elves. I can't remember if Inquisition had elves. Well, of course we're going with human. We always do that. Oh, yes. Hold on. Set features to default. For the best head blending experience, recommend setting all seed features, facial features sliders to the base values. This can also be done from the reset button at a later time. Origins does? Okay. Maybe Inquisition does it too. I just never did it. I don't remember. I look like Mr. Mosby. A big fat head. Bro, my dude is like black. I like it. We're gonna have a brother this time. Because that's what the trailer had. Iris color. We're gonna increase the saturation now. Hard sat. Inner iris color.
Hi, Fiery.
Hey.
Hey, just to let you know, in your stream, you got some sort of static going on.
Let me see.
Stream, you got some sort of static going on.
I wonder if that's from my mic. It's gotta be from my mic. Hold on. I've been trying to figure this out too. Hang on. I have a feeling it's my mic. Hold on. Motherfucker. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better or worse?
Let me turn my audio on real fast. It's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Connection issue. That CPU's having issues with it. I'm gonna have to eventually address that CPU issue because it seems to be staticking my equipment. Not like frying it, but staticking it is still bad. You know?
And it's back.
It's back?
Yeah.
Fucker.
It pops on and pops off.
That one.
Well, like I said, it's kind of like it pops on and pops off randomly.
You didn't answer my question. Is it better or worse?
It's still there, but it's not too loud.
Hello?
I'm listening to the stream. Like I said, it's still a bit there, but it's not bad.
My fucking god.
I'd say not to worry about it, but you are able to be heard. I'd say not to worry about it, but you are
I want to try something else.
I'd say not to worry about it.
I want to try something else. Great. Now my fucking microphone that I just bought is fried. That's not what I like to hear.
Sorry.
How's that?
Let me put my audio back on.
Different chord.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Is it good? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, there's the chord. That is how you troubleshoot shit. So I need a better cord. I don't need a new microphone. Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, where's the cord? That is how you troubleshoot shit. So I need a better cord. I don't need a new microphone. Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
La-di da di 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 da. La-di da di 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 da. La-di da di 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 da. Let me see. La-di da di 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 da. I think it's good. I think there's a slight static.
Yeah.
If it ain't something, it's something else. Man, I can make him fat. Like, really fat.
Are you gonna do it?
No, his fat literally touches his arms. That's terrifying. Make him muscular. Height? We're gonna be tall as fuck. We're black. Don't say nothing about that.
I was gonna say, not all of them are that tall, you know. Perfect example. Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, Kevin Hart looks like this. Looks like you just turned the spawn slider for height all the way to the left.
Yeah.
Mouth, good. Ears, hairstyle. Nah, I'll leave the hair the same. Tattoos. Look at the serp. Look at the dragon or snakeskin stuff. A lot of tribal tattoos. Some of them look good, some of them look bad. I don't ever use things when people do that. Look at the rope around the fish.
Nice.
Nah. The first one's nice, though. What do they have options for on tattoos? Oh, you can do body tattoos? Fuck face tattoo. What we got on body? Body moving. We got a griffin. Oh, we got serpent tattoos. It's weird. They're serpent tattoos, but no dragons. Color. Oh, we can change the color of this shit. That is beautiful. How's that look? Dude, that looks awesome. That looks so cool on a tattoo. That is beautiful. Oh, you can have scars. Well, of course, I always deal with the left eye scar. Do you know that my left eye is scarred IRL?
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've ever told y'all this, but I had a scar from a car wreck when I was 6 years old. My mom was going down a hill too fast in the rain, and I remember the hill and I know where it's at. We don't go up that hill very often anymore.
Ooh.
But she went down too fast. She hit a car or she hit a telephone pole going down hydroplaning, and she chose to hit the pole.
Oh, damn.
And I was in the front seat. So they took me to the hospital, and I had glass in my eye. That's why my right eye is a little more agitated than most.
Sorry to hear that, bud.
What are you supposed to do? Ain't nothing you can do.
True.
There we go. Reduce brightness. Beautiful. You can have paint. Bruh, they got the Superman logo.
Really?
I'm kidding. Very much kidding.
If they did, that would have been both weird and funny.
Number 16 looks like it's a dragon tribal tattoo. Pretty cool. Alright. Canceling customization will remove all changes to the preset. Accept. Class. Warrior. Mage. Or rogue. We always are the tribe of the warrior. Warrior. Warriors can specialize in specific forms of combat. Reaper. Become Nightblade, steal life, and risk death to gain incredible, unnatural abilities. Slayer. Leap into the fray, wield massive punishing weapons while rushing enemies to deal devastating blows. Damn! Champion. Be the shield. Shrug off damage while summoning righteous fire down on enemies. Be the shield. Being able to summon fire would be pretty much what we want to do, right?
Yep.
Select this class. Grey Wardens, Veil Jumpers, Shadow Dragons, Lords of Fortune. Lords of Fortune. Hold on. Rook is a Grey Warden, an ancient military order sworn to guard out darkspawn and other monsters. The Wardens undergo secret, unbreakable rites that grant them supernatural powers against the dark. Bounded in blood, gains reputation with the Grey Wardens more quickly. Blight Killer, deal increased damage versus darkspawn. Or Vigilant Training, base health and defense are slightly increased. Veil Jumpers. Rook is a Veil Jumper. This daring group explores ancient elven ruins in Arlathan Forest. Although found by elves, they welcome anyone brave enough to face Arlathan's reality warping magic. Close to the Veil. Gain reputation with the Veil Jumpers more quickly. Attuned Strikes. Deal increased damage versus Fade Touched. Keen Eye. Deal slightly increased critical and weakness point. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shadow Dragons. Rook is a Shadow Dragon. This underground resistance opposes corrupt rulers and slavery into Vinter. Heard from all walks of life, they are determined to bring justice to the people. Yeah, I agree. That's probably where I side.
What are the other factions?
I'm gonna look at the other ones too. Their starting outfits are pretty cool. Aspiration armor, the starting outfit, and then casual wear. Alright. Alright. Lords of Faction, or Lords of Fortune. Rook is a Lords of Fortune, an informal collection of hunters. Oh, wait. An informal collection of hunters, explorers, and treasure seekers from Ravane. The rowdy lords are famed for both daring exploits and narrow escapes. Oh fuck, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. Starting where they're all gonna look the same. But Lords of Fortune outfit's pretty nice.
Yeah.
By the way, Lords of Fortune perform takedowns on enemies with slightly less effort. Deal increased damage versus mercenaries. Healthy competition. Gain reputation with the Lords of Fortune more quickly. That one looks just stupid. The Morn Watch. Rook is a Morn Watcher. This elite necromantic order explores the mysteries of life and death, and tends to the undead in Navarra's sprawling Grand Necropolis. Gain reputation with the Morn Watchers more quickly. Return to the grave. Deal increased damage versus undead and demons. You can apply an additional affliction stack on targets. Antivan Crows. Rook is an Antivan Crow. Swift knights in the dark. The Crows were ruthless assassins, both respected and feared as Antiva's shadowy protectors. Gain reputation with the Antivan Crows more quickly. Deal increased damage versus Antam. And Hidden Pouch holds an extra potion. That would be good. Holding an extra potion would be nice. By the way, what is it?
I was gonna say, as soon as you said Antivan Crow, I recognized the title right away.
You recognize Antivans?
I recognize Antivan Crow because in Origins, one of the characters that you can recruit was a Antivan Crow who was hired to kill the main character.
Oh.
And you can choose to either, hey, you tried to kill me, so you can serve me and be part of my party, or I can kill you.
Yeah.
And he's a decent character.
Yeah. Inquisition has something similar to that happens in the main storyline when you go to the beach and you meet Iron Bull. He doesn't tell you that until you go talk to him, but right there, as you talk to him, he tells you that he does that. Light in the dark. Gain reputation with the shadowy dragons more quickly. Deal increased damage versus Venatori. I fucking hate Venatori. Your resourcefulness. Your class-specific resources regenerate slightly faster. So I'll be able to regenerate moves faster. I'm a person for the people and against slavery. Which one do you think we should go with? I like how the Grey Wardens has a health boost. Veil Jumpers is interesting backstory.
Yeah.
Lords
Honestly,
of Fortune is like the rich guys that fight the dragons. Then the Morn Watchers is straight undead shit. That's not really my thing. And Teven Crows holds an extra potion though. That'd be awesome. But the Morn Watchers you get an affliction with. That's the one thing I saw that was good on there. I'm thinking Shadow Dragons. We good with that?
I'm just here for the ride.
Place down. Oh, this is difficulty. Storyteller, here for the story. It plunges the story with more forgiving combat. Unbound, here to chart a new path. Customize all settings. Nightmare. Overwhelming battles that give no quarter. Requires a mastery of combat equipment and skills to survive. Selecting Nightmare cannot be undone without starting a new playthrough. Oh my god. Here for brutality. So once you select Nightmare, you can't change it. Underdog, here to be pushed to the limit. Defend timing, tactical challenge, enemy aggression, and incoming damage. I'm gonna just do the first one then. I just want to play the game, and unfortunately how the game turned out and how badly things are, I do not mind having little to no challenge. Because at least I'm enjoying it, you know?
Yeah. Ooh, voice
Give
crack.
me a first good try at this.
Time to get to work. What's he been saying now?
Voice cracked like that just a moment ago.
Well, we made it.
I'm happy we're here.
Hi, we'll be working together. We can lend a hand. He's always got some story. Ah, shouldn't be a problem. Time to leave.
I think the medium pitch
Time
is
to
better.
leave.
Yeah, looks good.
Alright. Let's go. Past Adventures, the Inquisition. Murderer, Herald, Judge, Savior. These were some of the titles heaped on the Inquisitor as she led a force that challenged nations. 8 years ago, a catastrophic breach in the Fade. This is talking about Dragon Age Inquisition. A breach in the Fade breach in the Fade, realm of magic and dreams threatened the world. Through circumstance for some claimed fate, a woman rose to lead an organization known as the Inquisition. Traveling many lands, rallying people to her cause, the Inquisitor closed the breach and stopped the villain behind it. She was advised through the elves throughout by an elven mage named Solus. The Inquisitor discovered, however, that Solus was in truth an ancient elven god, Fenharim, the Dreadwolf. He planned to restore things to their primal state. When the Fade and physical reality were one, Solus said he regretted the deaths this would cause, but claimed there was no other way to fix what there was. To his eyes, an irredeemably broken world. After that, the Dreadwolf vanished, but the Inquisitor swore to find him. Edit Inquisitor. Bro, we can make the Inquisitor a man. Like, we can redo the one that we had from the last story.
Oh.
Yeah.
It would be cool if you could, like, import your last one.
What I'm gonna do is remake his whole fucking character. Pretty much. Try to. Where's hair? Not it. I'm sorry. Did I just see a mohawk? It's like a fucking ponytail mohawk. That's pretty cool. Sure. Alright.
Oh.
I think I was like that. The color was like a brown. Facial hair.
Excuse me.
By the way, this is 100% rough. Like, we're not going to a T on what he looked like. Probably.
Yeah.
I will try to get as close as I can. No guarantees, so. Facial hair. Good enough? Alright. Now, I need to go back to eyes and eyebrows and eyelashes. Color. Alright. You okay?
Say what?
So are you okay?
Yeah, I just read something that made me chuckle.
Eye shape.
I'm reading a fan fiction, and one of the characters is Yen Sid, the one who trains Mickey within the original Disney The Sorcerer.
Yeah.
And it's a reader insert, and Yen Sid was like, I need to talk to my associate, and then the character, AKS, goes, me? And then Yen Sid replies, no, I mean Mickey Mouse. Yes, I mean you. So, it made me chuckle.
That's pretty funny. Do this. Yellow eye on one side, and then the blue eye. We go all the way here to blue. We could do this. And then go down here, and I'm going to select this. That's not going to work. Not bad. Better. Bro, that looks awesome. Complexion. Head shape. Forehead, cheeks. I will get his shit looking right. Forehead and brow. He almost looks similar. Almost.
Yeah.
That's a sound effect I haven't heard in a long time.
What sound effect?
The wah sound effect from Inquisition. You would hear that right before you'd hear demons.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
You tired?
Yes, but I got work,
Alright.
so I gotta do work.
I think we're good, bud. That's as close as I can get to it. Finalize.
Julio.
Let's see.
I won't let this stand. We need to... It's good to see you again.
I won't let this stand.
We need to move.
The Inquisitor. Finalize. Finalize Inquisitor? This can be changed later. Cannot be changed later. Decide whether the Inquisitor was romantically involved, and if so, with whom. The Inquisitor must be a female elf or female human to select Colin as a romantic partner. I had the thing for Josephine. I don't know if you remember that, but it was Josephine.
Yeah.
The fate of the Inquisition. The Inquisition grew too powerful too quickly for the comfort of the world's great decision. They called a council demanding it to be brought to a heel. Disbanded.
I'm off to work, Mama. Love you. Alright, bud. I'm gonna
hop out of a call. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
Enjoy the stream. Love ya.
I think I want to go back to appearance one more time. Go back to, like, eyes. Go back to eye color. And turn on heterochromia. Good enough. I think that's good. Except change this.
I think everyone's okay.
Okay. There we go. Finalize. Are you sure you want to do this? You can change your appearance later in the game. Okay, yes. Are we starting? Oh fuck, we're starting. I have no idea what's going on.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Oh. Oh.
Let's try this again. Where's Ned Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Oh shit. Yeah, I fucking do. We'll do more than fucking demand.
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dread Wolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable.
Beat it ass! Tell me, you want some of this? You want some of that? Oh, hell yeah. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. Fuck you, I got butter. Oh, I got punched. Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna punch you in the balls. Oh, he's grabbing my dick. Quickly, kick him in the balls. Punch him.
Not enough gold in the world for this.
That's what she said.
Tarek, now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Fuck you.
Thanks. Your friend Nev Gallus. He's at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
Let's go see Harding.
All right. Break's over.
Haven't seen Harding since the last game.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Spare a coin, please. Andraste bless you.
What is that? Okay.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
That's bad.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. He'll get us to Dumat Plaza, then Nev will get us to Solus.
Oh, what the fuck?
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
When the veil comes down completely?
Oh, shit!
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
They made the Demon King
Come on,
look
this
way
way. It
different.
should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the Veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Never better. A little shaky.
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge. And this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry. Scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
Alright, let's do this.
We've got company.
No, don't look friendly.
Demon.
Light attack, X.
Here they come.
Good to know that blocking is a thing now.
That's the last of them.
Good.
Didn't
Let's
take
get
us
to
in the
Dumont
head.
Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Have yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the Veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Gold. Wow, so gold is the currency. Good to know. Take a look around before we go any further. We may need gold, and I don't know how to get it. Well, all the rats ran into the sewer. I'm sorry. What's this way? Other set of items. More gold. More gold. Alright, push forward. Tiny, tiny, tiny amounts of gold.
You are in violation of Imperial order.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Crap. Let's move.
Did I just die? Apparently I died.
They're the ones who made trouble at the hall.
Predatory cultists.
I hate these assholes. Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier and blocked the way. Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Used to fight these assholes every day in the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
Systems must remain in order. The magical anomaly is fully contained.
Alright, down we go.
Guess we're sliding down.
Oh!
They're allies of Nev Gallus. Kill them all.
Damn it.
Venatori, take your revenge!
Another barrier, but it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Can't go that way.
Eric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friends said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
Oh yeah.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the Canal District must remain in their homes.
Tevinter Templars.
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
We can slide down the line to get across.
I'm getting too old for this.
Well, that's lovely.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
We're only in excess of it. The end of the beginning. Fight Solus. Range attack. Press right trigger to use a shield toss.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
I just swapped weapons. What the fuck? What's up here?
We should head back. Solus is probably inside.
You could do a hammer slash. That's not bad. Whack-a-mole,
This
bitch!
is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Manrathus itself.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
Solus isn't a bad guy. He just does not want the elves to be in prison, be it in a world of demons or be it in the real world. And I think Solus is going too far with this. Knowledge and wanting something
No sign of
corrupts
Solus.
people.
Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
More demons.
Warriors have access to powerful two-handed weapon systems, great access and walls. Attacks are slower than those with weapon and shield, but inflict more damage. Basic defend is replaced with a timed defend, while using left bumper while a two-handed weapon is active.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dread Wolf, Fenharel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Because he didn't laugh. He didn't make anybody laugh. He was all about knowledge. That's why he was called Chuckles. He also looked like a clown, pretty much, so that's probably why you call him Chuckles.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
Wolves. The other side of your door is wolves. Well, now we know. Oh, and they look a little cute with the little lanterns. They're cute wolves.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Well, we're not in Manrathus anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Demons were bad back in Manrathus.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Oh. Nice.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. I must hurry.
Not enough rage.
Almost there.
Close again.
Quite a few of them on there.
Nothing compared to how many we get if Solus finishes this ritual.
Look at that. Fuck, it's a goddamn deep door.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Watch the lightning!
How do demons this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
It's funny that he was like, it's
Everyone
probably
all right?
senses ego.
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
Because Solus has a massive ego. Always looking out for the people. And what his best interest is. Dog!
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Let's deal with this.
Take care of the team for me.
We will, Varric.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Is that him? Wow. had the whole Voldemort thing going. Whole Voldemort.
Let's buy him some time.
Let's do it.
I hope Barrick is getting through to Solus.
We better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
The Veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Harding.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Up we go. Stop another fucking idiot.
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why tear down the Veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but...
It isn't falling! We need to push it!
I'm with you!
Together!
Now! 1, 2, 3!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push!
Always somebody fucking with the Veil, man. Always somebody fucking with the Veil. Don't do it. No! What did you do, bud?
Let's go! This way!
Oh my god. Cracked his skull. Oh my god. His head's fucking bleeding that much. Oh my god. Where's it dropping us?
You have no idea what you have done.
Soulless. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Why should I believe you?
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the Veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why tear down the veil?
Do you want me to take the shot?
You have no idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric? You're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more
Well,
than a
he's
flesh
alive.
wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What exactly happened?
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Veilguard slavery ring.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
Too.
No, it's fine. I was just going to stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Aww. Part 1, the Marina Rathis job. Technically the plan worked.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, alright?
Bureau of Transformation. I think right now is a good place to stop because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Save 1. Save. Alright guys, I'm going to continue this probably another time. This looks interesting a lot more than I thought it would be on how the combat is. Runs really well and it is running really well on graphics. I want to take a second and say thank y'all guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. I'll see you in the clouds. Peace, guys.
Yeah.